Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Respawn Report. I am your boy, Samuel McMillan here, and this is the question that we're answering today. We're answering, are BRs dying in 2025? Now, I'm talking about traditional battle royales like Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite. Are these games dying? And are arena shooters and extraction shooters, are they taking over, right? Here's some things that me and my friend group have been talking about. I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on this and you guys' opinion. This is going to be a laid-back video, man. This ain't nothing too crazy. I think this podcast can be, kind of something just where we just sit back and talk. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be nothing too crazy. But we're going to talk about some polarizing subjects and topics on here, and I think this is one of them. I think BRs are slowly dying. Like, people don't really care that much for BRs anymore. Like, you got your diehard BR community like myself. I am a diehard BR guy. Try saying that 5 times fast. But I am that guy. Like, I am a diehard Battle Royale guy. Like, I love BR. I was playing Call of Duty for a long time, switched to Fortnite, then back to COD. Now I'm back on Fortnite full time. But even then, bro, like, I'm playing Reload a lot. Where, like, I want fast-paced engagements. Like, I want fast-paced fights. I don't want my fights long and drawn out. I might get 8 kills. I might get 30. I might get 10. I might get 15. Where, like, if I play Reload right, I can average 15 to 20 pretty much every game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the time of the timing in fights are getting more and more drawn out, which me personally, if I'm being honest, like I said, I love BR, love it. I find myself playing Reload, but I still have that itch that's like, bro, if you win a BR game, you're him. Now, Fortnite has scaled it down a little bit unless you play ranked, to where if you jump in a pub match, you're fighting like 80% of your fights are going to be bots. Unless you land at a hot drop. Like, this is Chapter Fortnite Season 3, so if you land like Supernova, or if you land like Utopia City, or Domain, or someplace like that, that's where you'll run into your fights where they're long and drawn out. You may have to play positioning, look for a quick pick, try to get, and you're playing more positioning rather than you're just guns blazing. But if you land anywhere else outside of those places, you're fighting bots majority of the time. Like, unless the bus flies over like Shogun or Resistance Base or First Order Base, you're fighting majority bots in Fortnite. I know Call of Duty has it now to where they have the mode split, which is what I think Fortnite should do. I think Fortnite should have it split to where they have a bot royale, like, because they have it, like, creators have made bot royale inside of UEFN, to where, like, you can load into a bot royale match and warm up or do whatever you're gonna do. I think Fortnite itself needs to make a mode like that, where they have, if it's 100 players, you have 70 bots and 30 real players. Okay, cool. But then have it to where it's not just ranked, but have like a pub mode where I can load in and it's 100 real people playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just breaking it down to where there's, okay, you have some matches it feels like you're fighting majority real players, but then sometimes it doesn't. Then you're all mixed up trying to figure out what's going on, when if Fortnite just split the two like Call of Duty has right now, if they just split the modes, I think that'd be a lot better. Apex, I'm not really too familiar with Apex, but I know they've lost a lot of their player base lately. Like, people have been stepping away from Apex. There is a diehard Apex community, I believe, but a majority of that player base has gone away. They are not watching Apex no more. They're not playing Apex no more because it's gotten super, super sweaty, to the point where, bro, if you're not in the top like 10%, you're not making it in Apex. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's where it's gone now. It's gone to that point where big map games are just, if you're not in that top 10%, you leave the game and you go play something different, which is why I think more and more players companies are experimenting with this casual mode, but at least split it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously the casual player base is going to want to go play those games. They don't want to get sweaty 10 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So they might jump into BR for a couple of games, and their games might go well. Then the one game that they mess up in, they're going right back to casual. So, and I got my own opinions about casual versus whatever. But if you're gonna do it, please, Lord, whoever listens to this, if you work at Fortnite headquarters, just split the two to where they have it's a bot royale, pubs, ranked, because not everybody wants to go into ranked and sweat it up their whole session. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may want to just chill in a public lobby that does not have skill-based matchmaking in it, but it's 100 real players instead of fighting 70 bots. Like, nobody wants to play that. So it's like, give me split modes, at least if we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And so, kind of transitioning out of that into extraction shooters that are kind of that have been emerging for a long time. Like, we all know Escape from Tarkov and all these other extraction shooters that are out there, and arena shooters like Splitgate got a lot of buzz for a very long. Splitgate 2 got a lot of buzz for a very long time, I ain't gonna say long time. It was kind of a short to medium time. But now you don't hear anybody talking about Splitgate 2 anymore, and it's just like, I don't know if they messed up an update or if they did something wrong or if they're not coming out with updates fast enough to fix their game or whatever. But I love Splitgate 2. I played the BR version. I love the Battle Royale. There are videos up on this channel about it, like on the Sammy Plays page about it. There's the arena mode is cool, but I'm a BR guy through and through. So I love BRs to the max, but that's just me. But I know a lot of these other games, they are starting to emerge and evolve now. And it's like, is that going to kill the BR player base because all these arena shooters are starting to take off? All these arena games, extraction shooters are starting to take off. Multiplayer modes like X Defiant was big. It died off. Now it's closing its servers. The Finals is another game that's huge. The Finals is so big right now. Their community is so passionate about the game, but it's like, is that game gonna die off eventually where they don't succeed? Like, so there's a lot to this, and I think as more and more of these arena shooter style games come out, that needs to be the base. Like, hey, we are an arena shooter, but we also have a battle royale in case you want to play that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Splitgate 2 will see another emergence because they are a arena. The game was built to be an arena shooter. Let's not sit here and try to mix up the topic here. Splitgate 2 is a arena shooter, but they added a BR for the BR community to come over and try their game out. So it's like, I think if they continue to make the right updates, they push the right things in place, I think we're going to see more and more people start to leave these games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, whatever else is out there Battle Royale-wise, and go to games like Splitgate 2 because they are an arena shooter, but they also have a BR. Like, so here, let's just imagine this for a quick second. Imagine if the Finals dropped a BR. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. If the Finals dropped a BR, that would be insane for the gaming community. I think majority of the gaming community would love that. But the Finals is a 3v3v3v3 shooter. That's what it is. So leave that as the core of your game. But hey, also for the BR fans out there, we have a battle royale for you too. I think that's how these games should trend now. Like, that should be the trend. The trend should be, hey, we are an arena shooter or we're an extraction shooter or whatever. But we also have a BR. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what was that other game that I forget the other game that dropped. I think it was last year. I forget the name of it. What is it called? It was a game Off the Grid. Like that game to me was a lot of fun. It was a huge skill gap in Off the Grid. Off the Grid might have went off the grid because I don't hear anybody playing it. I don't hear anybody talking about Off the Grid. But I thought Off the Grid was a really fun game to play. I just don't know if, to be honest with you, it might have been the fact that they just didn't update their game fast enough. And I think that is the point that kind of threw up like the FPS issues, like lagging and all this stuff, like lagging to their connection to the server might have been off. I don't know, but I just think for these gaming companies going into 2026, right? Because GTA 6 is about to come out, Black Ops 7 is coming out, all these games are coming out. For any game that's trying to launch itself and make itself known, I think you should come out as an arena shooter, but then also say, hey, look, we also have a BR. Like, so if we build up a BR based on this game, then we do. But our game is we are an arena shooter first, or we're an extraction shooter first, or whatever. And then what I loved about Off the Grid was they mixed that like extraction shooter-esque vibe to BR. Like, I think more companies need to experiment with that. Really, to be honest, like, I know Call of Duty did it, but DMZ was just terrible because it was Call of Duty, it was Modern Warfare 2, and the movement was terrible. The movement sucked. The movement was, it was trash. Trash, okay? But I think that they should, for these companies, and even for existing companies that are out there right now, like, I think Fortnite should experiment with an extraction shooter. I don't know if Fortnite's ever seen that before, if they've ever thought about it. I think Fortnite should come up with an extraction shooter BRS type mode. Like, is anybody in UEFN trying to create that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is Fortnite working on that? That's what they should be experimenting. And really, to be honest with you, I think Fortnite should up the player count. That's just me. But I think BR, especially if you're gonna add that many bots with the uptick in people playing Fortnite, you have to up it to at least 120. I mean, the map is so big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just my opinion. I think you need to up the player count to 120. There's no way we can keep getting away with Fortnite leaving the player count at 100 players. With Call of Duty's at 150. I know Apex is at 60, but even, or is it 60? I think it's 60. With Apex being at 60, but even then, Apex is a slower game. You know what I'm saying? So, but what you're seeing in a lot of these pro tournaments, at least from what I'm watching in the pro tournaments in Fortnite, a lot of teams are dying off the rip. So, you know what I'm saying? But here's my line of thinking: if you have 120 players, then when all those teams die, you still have a sweaty end game. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, look at Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty is the perfect example. They have 150 players on a BR map, but the map plays so well to where a lot of teams last to end game because they're not spending all their resources, or they're not, they're rotating well and they're staying alive longer. Like, I think Fortnite needs to kind of usher that in a little bit too, where like we need to evolve the player count, like test the player count, see if we can get to 120. You know what I'm saying? Like 40 trios, right? Instead of whatever it is, I think, what is it now, 30 or something like that? I think it's 30, somewhere between that mix. That's 90, so 30, 34 trios. You gotta up it to where we get a full 40. You know, so we get a full 40, we get 120 players on the map, and we go from there. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a big map. You know what I'm saying? Like, with a big map, to me, if you have 120 to 150, you're in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Call of Duty tried it, obviously, for their base and for whatever they were doing. It obviously didn't work because they went right back to 150, but they tried it. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say for Fortnite is try 120 and see if it works. I know I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit, but kind of just to wrap this first podcast up, I kind of just want to ask the question and just reiterate, like, are Battle Royales dying? Like, are we seeing the death of BR? And are we going to see the rise of games like the Finals, Splitgate 2? I know Escape from Tarkov has been popular, but are we going to see the rise of Extraction Royale? And you know what I'm saying? Like, will we see the rise of that, or are we just going to continue to see BR just dominate the landscape? I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. That's it for Respawn Report. We're out. Peace.